Hi everybody. Sorry it's been a while. I figured, I made quite a few videos, so I could take a little bit of a break, right? As you can see, Annabelle is sitting here with me to do the video. I'm sure she will get bored of that really quick. If you hear background music, that is the Wiggles. She loves the Wiggles. What kid doesn't, I guess. Chris discovered this 2 weeks ago, a week ago, that she loved the Wiggles, and now I just totally, Anyway, well, what's up? There's a few things. I guess we'll start with Annabelle's doctor. She still has to get her yearly shots and still hasn't. What are you doing? Are you trying to? There's nobody there to give you a fight. It's just me and you, honey. We normally Skype with my brother, my sister-in-law, my dad. We Skype with family and friends and stuff. You want to say hi? It's a video, baby. Anyway, you gotta sit back if you're gonna do this with mommy. Okay? So, just giving kisses. Anyway, what I was saying is, alright, so I'm trying to get her into a doctor here, and the one I call the insurance covers, they say, well, we won't even set up an appointment until we have her records. Alright, fine. And to make it harder, we don't want them faxed. We want you to have them mailed to us. So I call her doctor in Michigan, and I'm like, so I need to get Annabelle's records transferred over. And they're like, all right, well, you have to come in and sign a consent form. I'm like, I can't, I moved 2 hours away. And they're like, all right, well, where are they needing to be sent? And this woman, I don't think she was even listening to me. And so I was like, they need to be sent to this doctor here. And they're like, all right, well, I had to explain that I moved 2 hours away and everything. And she's like, well, all right, well, you need to come in. I'm like, I cannot come in. I cannot express how much I cannot come in. I cannot drive 2 hours just to sign a consent form. She's like, all right, well, do you still live at 29553 Amerihost Drive? I'm like, did I not just say I moved 2 hours away? If I still lived there in Dowagiac, I think that's only 10 minutes away. Come on. So I'm like, no, I live in Fort Wayne. I cannot tell you. No, so I finally got her. I gave her my address. I spelled out my last name and everything, and I finally got the form. They sent me a form for a consent form. Hi. The consent form and everything, and oh, my body looks huge the way I'm laying. I'm not this broad. I'm a lot. Unbelievable. The kid just totally stopped recording. Anyway, so I got the form. Well, first when I got the mail, it said Candace Peld, P-E-L-D. Alright, I'm like, alright, well, that's not my name, but whatever. Filled out the form, sent it back, and I told them that they had to mail it because they didn't have a fax number. And I'm still tired. And so, the doctor's office said that they would call me when they got the records, and I'm thinking that they never got the records. Here, you can point that one. Fine. And so, yeah. So, I'm still waiting, and we need to get her in, because I think she has allergies too. So, that's that. She's talking more. Her personality just keeps coming out more and more and more. And here, let me take off my glasses right now. Let's see. All you guys can see is the reflection. You can't see my eyes. So, I can't see you guys, so I'm sorry. Anyway. So, I went to the doctor and got checked for everything underneath the sun. Went to my gynecologist, and in my previous video, I had said that I had the nipple stuff coming out, and so I cannot see that I look so broad, and I'm not that broad. Anyway, So, maybe I am, I don't know. And so, anyway, I go there and I'm like, alright, listen, that's enough. No more. So I go there and I'm like, alright, there's a few things. I'm obviously here for my yearly checkup. I need to get that done. And then I told the doctor, about the nipple thing. And alright, let me see. Where did he start? He made me feel really old. He's like, because I'm 30, okay, guys? I am 30 years old. I feel every bit 30. And, so he's like, and I wanted birth control, too. And so, my doctor, he's as old as God. But I like him. I like him a lot. Alright, so he comes in, and, well, first the nurse comes in, and she's like, alright, usually the doctor wants to meet with you first, and then, he'll let you get in your gown and everything, and so I'm like, can I just change into my gown? And she's like, well, we used to it for the comfort. I'm like, hold on, my alarm's going off. Way to go, Annabelle. Alright, sorry. Anyway. So, the nurse is like, we just do it for your comfort and stuff. If you feel more comfortable. I mean, like, and this is why I said, I'm like, seriously? You think this is going to make when is this situation ever comfortable for any woman? It's not going to matter if I'm in a gown or not. I mean, he's not even looking at my crotch while he's, introducing himself. So he comes in, he's like, oh, you got your gown on already. I'm like, yeah, just get it done and over with. Not going to be any more comfortable than I already am. And so he's like, alright, well, my name is this. And he's like, Mrs. And, I'm like, yeah. And, he's like, alright, well, let's talk here. We're doing a yearly exam. And I see that you want, I got tested for HIV, I got tested for syphilis, gonorrhea, everything underneath the sun I got tested for. And, so, then, I told him, he's like, so, I told him I wanted to get on birth control. He's like, alright, you want to get on birth control? And he's like, are you guys planning on having any more children? I'm like, well, we might. I mean, we want to wait a little while. He's like, and he looks down at his chart and he's like, let's see here. Yeah, you're going to want to do that sooner than later. You don't want to do it past 35, so don't wait too long because your eggs will start dying and there could be complications and blah, blah, blah. I have never felt so old in my life. Are you kidding me? I'm like, whatever. He's like, but if you do get pregnant, I want you to know that I am not the kind of doctor that will make you wait till 4 to 5 centimeters to get epidural. I will give you an epidural right away. I was like, oh my God, I love you. So, yeah, that's pretty awesome. And so then, you guys tell me if this doesn't sound like he's going somewhere inappropriate with this, okay? My mind automatically, he's like, I didn't get into gynecology to see women, and that's all I could hear. That's all I heard. I'm like, oh my God, he's going to say women's vaginas. That's what he's going to say. I didn't get into gynecology to see women's vaginas, but no, he didn't say that. He's like, I didn't get into gynecology to see women in pain. I'm like, oh, thank God that's how he finished the sentence. So, what are you doing? Whoa. So, yeah. So, and then the whole nipple thing, guys. Here's the thing. He scared the living crap out of me. He's like, alright, well, it could be from your last pregnancy, and the sexual whatever could be, and I thought it could be that. I thought I could be pregnant. I thought it could have been a million things. And of course, I told you guys I looked online, and I thought, oh gosh, 4% of women, blah, 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 cancer. I started freaking out, and I knew I was freaking out. In my mind, you don't ever go on Google and look things up, because you're just going to freak yourself out. So, of course, I freaked myself out. I'm like, oh, no. And then, of course, I'm giving myself these pep talks. There's no possible way it could be cancer, blah, blah, blah. And the doctor's like, and so I tell him about it, and he's like, but just in case, we're going to test for this in your blood. So we're going to take blood and test for this among the other things that you wanted to be tested for, because if you do have this in your blood, we want to give you an MRI for maybe having a brain tumor. Oh my God. I thought I was overreacting myself for looking at Google, but then my doctor confirms my fears that I could possibly have cancer. He's like, don't worry, it can be treated with medication, not over the counter, but pills. And then if it's too large, we can go in and do brain surgery. Are you kidding me? Seriously? So, I'm freaking out. I got all my tests and stuff. And so, 2 weeks go by, I still have not heard from the doctor. I'm like, okay, So I got a thing in the mail saying that I had, my HPV test came back with atypical cells. And so they sent it for further testing, and I don't have cervical cancer, which is good, but no other answers to my other tests. And I'm like, And atypical cells, guys, you can get those. You can have a yeast infection or a past yeast infection, intercourse, anything can do it, So it wasn't scary, a scary thing for them. It's not like, but they just did it for just in case. So I called the doctor. I'm like, listen, I got this back, but I would like to know the results of my HIV test. I'd like to know the results of all my tests and the brain tumor testing. Guys, clean as a whistle, everything. I am good to go. I am the healthiest girl on the planet, I think, right now. So, I'm happy about that. But, oh my gosh, was I scared for like 2 weeks. How do you not call somebody and tell them, hey, listen, you don't have a brain tumor? I mean, seriously. So, that's that. I'm clean, not pregnant. I'm on birth control. And are any of you guys on Trinessa? Let me know, because I would like to know if I have to look forward to gaining weight or not, and what I can do to not gain weight. So, I just started my birth control yesterday. And, yeah, so if I would really like some comments on that. I just hope I don't gain weight, and it should be pretty safe. So if I do want kids, he said I should pretty much be able to get pregnant right after I get off the pill. So, alright, well, I'm going to let you guys go because I'm going over the minutes, and yeah, so you guys have a good day, and I'm sure I'll update you on other things later. So I'll talk to you later. Bye.